Welcome to today's City Club Forum. My name is Ralph Delarada. I've got the great pleasure of being the president of the City Club for this year. The City Club of Cleveland was originally established in 1912, and it was established to encourage new ideas and free exchange of thought. We are the oldest continuous free speech forum in the United States, and we have a long and storied tradition of free speech exercised through public debate and discussion. Today, the City Club is an organization where its diverse members participate in wide-ranging, high-quality forums, as well as hopefully enjoying great camaraderie. We are a civic center where the Cleveland community comes together each week to encounter and challenge important ideas. And lastly, we are an electronic forum, not only open to our nation, but to our world as a whole. You know, the City Club is widely known and highly regarded as an organization which does not take positions or favor one side or the other on the important issues that come to our podium each week. Certainly, the speakers who ascend to the stage are oftentimes highly opinionated, and we respect their right to hold and to voice those strong positions. We are a citadel of free speech. We work very hard here at the City Club to provide balance, which is sometimes difficult in a world where there are so many different viewpoints. And one person's liberal or conservative might not be liberal or conservative enough. And at times I take calls at home or on my cell phone, and how could you have this speaker speak at the City Club? And I usually ask my caller, do they believe in free speech? And they say, well, absolutely. And I say, well, what is the part of free speech then that you don't agree with? Now, the Middle East is a particularly challenging area, and especially when we address the issues that surround Israel and her neighboring Arab states. Almost everyone seems to say they want peace and security, but somehow peace is still elusive. The challenges of understanding our country's policies towards Israel and Palestine reach back from the Middle East, where security is a daily reality, into our country, where the dialogue is certainly, if nothing but intense. We're very pleased to have our speaker today, someone well known as a forceful advocate for our country's support for the State of Israel. It's a special pleasure and honor to have our speaker introduced by my friend Howard Landau, a past City Club president, and he's presided over a number of noteworthy forums during his time. Howard is the past regional chair of the board of the Anti-Defamation League and currently serves on the National Executive Committee. Howard, could you come to the podium?
Good afternoon. It's my honor today to introduce one of our nation's most important and influential leaders in the areas of discrimination, bigotry, and anti-Semitism, Abraham Foxman, National Director of the Anti-Defamation League. In each of these subjects, Abe Foxman is the go-to guy. Now, in sports, we all know what a go-to guy is. It's an athlete that can be counted on to make a play when a situation demands nerves of steel and precision execution. On our basketball court here in Cleveland, we've got a guy like that. We'll see how he does tonight. In the court of public opinion, Abe Foxman is the person you call when you have a tough situation, and the problems he deals with are particularly challenging and controversial. Problems like church-state issues, religious intolerance, Israel and the Middle East, and issues relating to the Holocaust, for example, the John Demjanjuk situation right here in our backyard. Born in Poland in 1940, Foxman was saved from the Holocaust by a Polish Catholic nursemaid who baptized him and raised him as a Catholic during the war years. 14 members of his family were lost. Foxman arrived in America in 1950 with his parents. He went on to get his law degree, did advanced work in both international economics and Judaic studies, learned to speak several languages, and joined the ADL in 1965. Foxman is a fighter. He's passionate about fighting anti-Semitism, hatred, bigotry, and discrimination in all forms, and he doesn't hesitate to speak out against injustice. He's cited on a regular basis in media around the world. He frequently appears on the Sunday television circuit, His guest editorials and op-eds regularly show up in newspapers and on the internet. Now, when he comes up here, he's going to give me a hug. It's not because I'm special. Foxman hugs everybody. Presidents, almost. Presidents, heads of state, the Pope. He's a person who embraces the rights of the individual, regardless of background, color, or religion. We celebrate him and welcome him to the City Club. Ladies and gentlemen, Abraham Foxman. Have fun.
Thank you, Howard. Hey, with an introduction like this, you can only go down. I'm struggling with it. I know I'm here partially for balance. Originally, I was going to come here, I was invited because I wrote a book. You can get it outside. It's another perspective on an issue relating to anti-Semitism, to the Middle East, etc. And since the book's been out for 2 years, and I plan to talk to you about the current level of anti-Semitism. And then being privileged, Milt, to listen to the two young people, and they tell you not to follow children. I do want to follow what they said, and with your permission, I want to share with you my perspective, if you will, on the current situation relating to prejudice, but talk to you from a very, very personal perspective. This is the week that the Jewish world and the good people in the non-Jewish world commemorate Yom HaShoah, Holocaust commemoration. I came yesterday from Cleveland, directly from Washington. I flew from home to Washington. I was privileged to be at the rotunda of our Capitol to participate and to hear President Obama and Elie Wiesel speak about the Shoah. And every year there's a focus. The focus yesterday was on rescuers, on the good people. And so with your permission, before we go to Q&A, let me share with you my perspective, how it relates to what you heard from the winners, and how it impacts on the economic condition and its concomitant anti-Semitism, Gaza and anti-Semitism. As you heard, I was very fortunate. More than 1.5 million Jewish children perished solely for the crime of being Jewish. I survived. As I grew older, as I grew as an adolescent in this country, I began to struggle with the concept of survival. The questions of why began to seep in to my adolescent